Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I'm your host, Elliot Pierre, and we are going to start the show off the same way we start every show off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you're spending with us truly does mean the world to me. So thank you very much. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cutting me, loves? You're listening to the Mac City Morning Show.
All right, and we're back. I'm excited about this guest. Me and this gentleman have worked together on many projects throughout the years, but we are guilty of wasting lots of time together. So it's going to be a fun episode. The feet are kicked up on the table because that's the kind of guys we are. We're just laid back. I do not introduce my guests. I let them do that themselves. So on that note, sir, can you please tell the people at home who you are?
Sure. So my name's Eric Leatham. I'm a program coordinator with Careers the Next Generation. I've been in Fort McMurray now for 12 years. The last 2.5 have been working with Careers. I'm also a hockey coach for my little guy, as well as a baseball coach, which thankfully we got to start again last night, which is super exciting.
Your little guy is your doppelganger. It's unbelievable how much he looks like you.
Yeah, he's cursed. But I do take great flattery in it because there's two things that people always say, which is he's so cute.
Okay.
And he looks just like you.
There you
so I'm
go.
always like, oh.
Winning.
Yeah.
Winning. Yeah, I saw a picture of him a few days ago online. I was like, my Lord. Like,
yeah,
he's your mini-me.
Yeah, he's grown out the mop pretty good, as you saw. He's trying to be what Carey Price had for the flow at the start of the playoffs there.
Yeah. Do you find that he likes the stuff you like? Like he not only looks like you, he's kind of similar to you?
Absolutely. Yeah. He's into all the same things I'm into. Cheers for the same teams. We're cheering on the Habs here as we get go forward here for one more win to get to the finals, I think. So
we'll see.
We'll get there.
We'll
get there.
We'll see. That's cool that he likes what you like. My kid, it's a half and half. Like, for a while there, I was like, oh, man. Like, he was going in the direction of, like, my wife. But over the last few months, like this weekend, which I thought I would love, but I hate it, he started skateboarding.
Oh, very nice.
And, yeah, he's been seeing, like, all the decks in the garage and snowboards and stuff. And he's like, been scootering and he's been riding his bike. He's like, this weekend I think I want to learn to skateboard. And I was like, okay, cool. But then he started taking some hits and I was like, oh, this is not cool. Like my stomach as a dad was like, oh. But listen, he rocked it. Took him to a skate park and everything, and he just kept going. So
nice.
You never know with these kids though.
They're fine. As long as you don't tell them they're hurt, they don't know they're hurt.
That's right. You gotta just be like, tough it up, come on, keep going. Yeah. Okay.
That was awesome.
That's right. Yeah. Not until they see mom where it's like game over.
Exactly.
Yeah. So with careers, let's just get this out of the way because I don't want to talk to you about careers, but I recognize you have to talk about careers. Yeah. You do something very specific with them. You work in a certain...
Yeah. So I manage the co-op program. Okay. So we deal with youth here in the community that are typically 18 to 25 years of age.
Right.
I manage about 120 apprentices here across 9 different trades.
Okay.
And basically, we take them right from being green as grass and knowing nothing about anything to certified journey people that are the workforce that our community here really needs. So.
It's an amazing opportunity.
It really is.
It's crazy.
These kids, as I said, some of them know lots of stuff coming in, which is great.
Yeah.
But some of them really know nothing. And to see these kids, 22, 20, I call them kids. I'm old. But these young adults, 22, 23 years old, certified, done, buying houses, buying trucks. Like it's impressive what these kids can accomplish with the work they put in.
It's unbelievable. Like I think there's probably about like 10 or 12 of us that I grew up with, like buddies of mine. And I think I might be the only one who didn't go into the RAP program. And I'm glad I didn't. It wasn't for me. I don't want to be out at site. My hat goes off to everybody who does because that's work. Mm-hmm. Like it really is. But these of my buddies who went out there, like the trajectory of their careers have mimicked mine extremely closely in regards to, fair enough, like I didn't want to be in a laborer position, but these guys made way more money than I did right off the bat. Like it's not even comparable because they're ticketed journeymen by the time they're like 21, 22 years old. But as they've stuck around with their organizations, they found themselves moving up into management roles, into safety roles. Some of my buddies run companies in town now, which is horrifying.
From 9 to 5, they're professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's unbelievable the opportunity. Like, and they didn't know this back in the day. Some of my buddies are like, sweet, I don't have to go to school half the time because that's how it used to be. Like one semester in, one semester out. The trajectory that their lives took, the opportunities that they've had, have been unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it's really impressive for them, and we do have a lot of kids that ladder from the RAP program to the co-op program, and
Yeah.
our off-campus coordinators in our schools really help promote that opportunity for them. So,
Yeah.
like you said, in school during RAP, they're doing the semester on the tools, and they're doing
Yeah.
the semester in school. When they apply to co-op, they go into more of a traditional apprenticeship
That's right.
model. So
That's right.
then we're looking at about 10 months of work, 2 months of school each year.
Unbelievable.
But in doing so, they get to progress in their trade moving forward, which gets them more money every year, and
That's right.
keeps them moving on a path.
That's right.
And we do tell them, even that certification at the end, that ticket, it's just a ticket to learn. So they're certified, but where they can go, they can do trades to degrees programs. They can ladder their trade certificate into a university degree. They can move into business, management, leadership, executive. Really, they're just getting that leg up on everybody else that's putting 4 years into school too, but 0 hours into their career at that
That's
point.
right. That's right. And from a human resource background, I'm just saying, education's great. You got to get it. However, experience is paramount.
Well, and that's where these trades kids get both, right?
Yeah,
They get
exactly.
the 10 months on the tools, the 2 months in class. They're
Yeah.
getting, they're getting a college certificate. They're getting a piece of paper at the end,
Yeah,
but they're getting bank on the way.
that's right. It's an unbelievable opportunity. And I remember when I went to school, I had to do a co-op as well, and a work term. And not all work terms are paid for. Like I MacGyvered my way into getting paid for mine, but when I went to school, you literally had to pay the school to be in the program for them to get you a job that you did for free. So you had to pay to get your experience.
Yeah, no, our program's set up really good. I mean, there is
Yeah.
a very small upfront cost that the kids have to pay, and it's
Yeah.
not to us. It's just that they've got to have their safety certificates that industry wants. So
Yeah.
they're doing their CSO and their CSTS before they apply.
Right.
Crystal mentioned earlier that there's a bit of an application process. So there is an aptitude test they have to write, which there's a cost for that. So
Right.
I mean, grand total, there were probably about $200 into the program, but these things are good to have regardless
Oh,
of,
yeah.
of their success.
That's right.
And then they're full on apprenticeship rates, so they get paid a percentage of what the journey people make as soon as they start. So day one,
Yeah.
whether they know what a ratchet is or not,
Yeah.
they're getting paid an apprenticeship rate.
That's phenomenal. All right, let's switch gears. Let's talk about push-ups.
Push-ups?
Let's talk push-ups.
Push-ups? You want to talk about push-ups?
Yeah.
Okay.
You still doing push-ups?
Less than I'd like, but more
Okay.
than I used to be able to.
All right.
Yeah.
So, like back in the day, for the people at home, we were doing a push-up challenge,
Yes.
and we were just keeping track of push-ups. And me and Fred, we decided we were gonna do 10 a day and add 10 every day for 30 days. So you get up to like 300 push-ups a day. It was a nightmare, but it was awesome. So it got me on the push-up track. And I know you were doing your own form of a push-up challenge as well. So let's hear what you maxed out at and what you're at now. roughly.
So I think I made it to day 18.
Okay,
which
that's
was
good.
180 push-ups.
That's
but,
awesome, man.
I didn't want to be one of those guys that skips leg day either, so I was
Right.
doing some squats and stuff along
Yeah,
the way,
yeah,
doing all
yeah.
the body weight workouts, and so switch gears now. Now I'm doing HIIT sessions. Is what I've moved to.
HIIT sessions?
Yes, high intensity interval training.
Okay, tell me about this.
Joe the Body Coach, he's a YouTube guy.
Okay.
You should check him out. He's
Yeah.
got tons of different exercises. You fit 20 to 30 minutes a day.
Okay.
And some are with weights, some are with body weight, and all of them make you sweat. And
Really?
yeah, it was really helpful through the pandemic when I couldn't do anything.
Right.
And he actually got hired. I think it was the British Board of Ed brought him on to do PE with Joe through.
Oh, cool.
So he's got kids ones too. So my son has gotten into doing renegade rows. He pulls out the mat and starts pulling his 5-pounders up. And
That's awesome.
yeah.
It's one of those things. Like when I was a young child, I didn't think that I was that influenced by my father, but it turns out I am very influenced by my father. My siblings call me GPJ. That's my nickname. They don't even call me Elliot anymore. They say GPJ, Greg Pierre Jr. And with my little guy, I'm seeing it now. Like the things that I implement in my life, may it be good or bad, he is really picking up on this stuff.
So before you run too far away,
Yeah.
did you make it to day 30, 300
Oh,
push-ups?
100%.
And
100%.
could you still do it?
In the way that they were doing, like that, when you do the push-up challenge, you have all day to do the 300 push-ups. So the answer is 100% yes. I can very easily, if you give me all day, do 300 push-ups. And on a daily basis, it's actually how I start off my day. I do 100 push-ups a day.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, but yeah, if you gave me the full day, yeah, I could bang out to 300 still.
Well,
But like
give it a try.
I tell everybody, like it's only because of repetition and doing it. Like it was hard. The first when you hit 100, you feel like your chest, back, arms, core are gonna explode. But if anybody's gonna do it at home, the best way to do it is with a buddy that you're completely competitive with and petty about. So like me and Fred would text each other every day and talk trash, and so it promoted me to do it. If I had to do it on my own, I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have made it. But yeah, I did make it. But then I did implement your squats into my daily routine as well. So yeah.
I probably still have those texts of you expressing your displeasure with me for.
Oh, they were the worst things ever. They still are. Like between squats and wall sits, I can't think of anything I hate more. But they get the job done.
Body coach makes you do duck walk.
I hate getting hit by a bus more, but
Yeah, that'd be pretty rough.
Feels the same.
Yeah, yeah. And you can't walk. Even like personal moment, even using the washroom after you do some of these exercises is a challenge. So the one thing I'm doing now, which I'm really excited about, is chin-ups / pull-ups.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
But they're tough.
I got to get a new one. I started to pull the molding off the door with the the molding mounted.
Yeah. So I can't do, like, I don't trust them. I know that like my buddy has one, and like I've done it, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
So I bought a standalone one that's in the garage, and it takes up an obscene amount of space just for what like you're utilizing it for. But I know I'm not coming down with a door frame.
That's you don't want to eat the bar when you pull it in your
No,
own
that's
face.
exactly
Yeah.
it. So, on that note, though, I know we're running out of time, and we do that constantly on this show now. So there is a segment. It is Tanner's. He's got to give it to you. Get ready for it. It's called the Mac City Minute. Tanner, hit him up with the Mac City Minute.
all right. Question number 1: what is your favorite trade to work with?
Refrigeration air conditioning mechanic. I think it's one of those ones that there's unlimited opportunity and there's not a lot of interest at this point. You get to work outside, you get to do a lot of different things, and you get to make really good money along the way.
Question number 2: what is your go-to fast food place when you're hanging out with your kid?
Oh, well, we try and not do that as much. So I mean, we've been trying to do Subway, but the kid loves his McNuggets. So
Who doesn't?
yeah.
Question number 3: what is your favorite memory from working with people and their careers?
There's too many, but honestly, I think my favorite thing is that these young adults that make it through the program and they're certified, they're hired on permanent jobs, lifetime career set up, and they come in with a coffee just to let you know how they're doing and how things went. I think that's the highlight I live for right now.
That's awesome.
Question number 4: what is one unique thing about Fort McMurray's career market that you haven't noticed in other places?
The opportunity. Fort McMurray, we're a younger demographic, which means younger people are getting opportunities earlier on in their careers. And, a shout out to those kids that put in the time, put in the effort, and they can really, really jumpstart their future here in this region. That, there's other communities you're waiting for somebody to retire or die before you can get a job. And here
right.
they can take advantage of it early.
And your final question: what is one thing you can do in co-op that people might not know about?
Well, I mean, there's over 50 trades recognized in the province of Alberta, and if anybody wants to get involved in any of those, we will take their application and we will try and find an employer. We look for a commitment from the employers for 1 year, and any of those trades that are out there, we will try and match you up with a great candidate youth, great employer, and get the career rolling. So, we've got the popular ones here in town that everybody knows of out at the industrial plants and stuff, but there's a lot of ones that people can jump on, like that refrigeration air conditioning mechanic. There's boiler makers. There's all sorts that we don't have kids yet, but hopefully we will.
And those have been your 5 questions.
Yeah, the coolest thing about what you guys offer is just like, and not to knock any guidance counselors, is they can only teach and talk to so many students, and there's only so many careers that they're just aware of in general. There's so many opportunities out there
Absolutely.
that people
Yeah.
don't know about, like the one that you're talking about right now. Like, unless your dad or family member is in that, you would never hear about that as an option.
No.
Or baking. Baking is a trade,
Baking
right.
is a trade, as is chef.
and as is cosmetology, doing hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, hair's one of those ones that's very highly regulated and interesting how they do because
Yeah.
they've got their hairdresser school. But
Yeah,
yeah, there's others that are recognized in Alberta that aren't necessarily trades elsewhere as well.
Yeah.
So it's worth looking into for
it
sure.
is worth looking into and coming to talk to you. And if like you're a young adult who doesn't know what they want to do, like it's worth swinging by and having a chat with you guys, or virtually setting up a call, right?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, if I can platform for just a second, I mean,
Yeah.
this is the call out to, if there's any kids that you know what you want to do and it's a trade, or you don't know what you want to do but you want to do something meaningful, you can call me. You can come and see me. We are in Gregoire. We're at 305 McDonald Crescent is our new address.
There you go.
We'll be back there at the start of July when things start to open. So
Yeah.
come on in, have a chat with us.
Yeah.
If you're a parent and you want to chat about some opportunities for your kids, again, give us a call, show up. We can help. And I mean, if you're an employer, we need you. We have over 1,500 interns across the province that we're doing this year. We're funded by industry and government, and we're targeting 6,000 interns over the next several years per year. So we need the employers on board. We have your future workers, and you just need to give us a call, and we'll set you up with the great next employee for you.
There you go. That's awesome. I love it. Now it's the thing to do. Like I got a buddy who literally checks fire alarms, who lives in Edmonton. He's killing it. He's killing it, and he's moved his way up the company. He's quite high up there, but like literally, he can't find anybody to check fire alarms. And like we were talking about it one day, and I'm like, "What do you mean check fire alarms?" And he was like, "Elliot, like every apartment building, Rexall Place, like you have to check these, and it's government regulated, it's mandated. You got to check these things." And I'm like, who even knew that was a career? And the amount of money he pays for what these guys have to do is astronomical. But he can't find people to do it because they just are unaware of certain like industries, right?
Well, and that's the thing. And I mean, everybody's trying to think of what the next big thing is, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that there was the talk of the autonomous trucks and all that stuff,
Yes.
right? So they're going to drive themselves.
Yes, they are.
Cool. They're not going to fix themselves,
No, they're not.
right? So
Wow.
you've got your mechanic.
Yeah.
Not in my time here. But your mechanic trades are huge. And I mean, to keep harping on that refrigeration, air conditioning mechanic world,
Yeah.
every house has a furnace. A lot
right.
of them have air conditioners. Every business has heating and cooling. Every apartment building, every
right.
grocery store has refrigeration units. Like,
Yeah.
these are things that are in demand now, will be in demand in the future.
That's right.
And all you got to do is put in the time and effort,
Yeah.
and you've got a job.
And it's the one thing when kids, young adults come and talk to me about alternative careers, because I do talk at schools about them and whatnot. Looking into something like that, what you just explained, is also a transferable skill. Once you learn that component, you can transfer that into other trades that you can leverage and learn a little bit easier. So those transferable skills in a lot of these trades are there.
Well, and it's the life opportunities. One of our employers in town, he worked his way across South Africa working as a refrigeration air conditioning mechanic. Just
Right.
went town to town working in grocery stores.
Yeah.
He got to travel the world just by,
Yeah.
doing some basic maintenance along the way.
It's really cool, man. So Tanner gave me the watch tap, so that means we're out of time. So you already put in your shameless plug. I liked how you did it. You thought we were at that part. So now you got a bonus shameless plug. So
Okay.
give somebody a shout out, my man.
So, got to keep my son Lincoln as my number one shout out because he's my little man, and he's going to want to see this.
Yeah.
And so he gets my shout out. But the big one for me is going to be to our kids in the programs. And I mean, through thick and thin, through pandemic, through fire, through flood, these kids have persevered. They've put in the time, they've put in the effort. And they are the future of Fort McMurray in this region here. So shout out to those kids that are killing it every day.
There you go. Awesome. Well, Fort McMurray Wood Buffalo, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. My man, thank you for coming. Hopefully you come back again because I know you and me have lots to talk about. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you're having a great day. Thank you for taking the time and spending with us. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
I said this. That's another Mac City Morning Show done.
It's so ballistic!
talk about quenching your ugly thirst.